right. Anti-WEF shirt. Get one. You know where to get one. I am CoachColin.com. But let's get right into the episode. Joe Rogan mentioned something while he's talking to somebody whose name is Fluffy. Fluffy's a comedian. His real name is Gabriel Iglesias, but he goes by the name Fluffy because he has a bit. There's a whole thing. He's a fat guy. They call him Fluffy. Now, in this episode, in this clip, they're talking about Ozempic, right? And then after talking about Ozempic, Joe mentioned something that I was really interested in looking into, and I did. And I think I found something. And that thing is news stories that are actually ads. And I think I found something. I want to know what you guys think about it. I think I found one. But let's get into it. Before I bring you over there, though, you know I got to bring you to the store. The IamCoachColin.com store, the Soul Not For Sale store, the anti-establishment store. Check it on out. You guys have heard of the Great Reset. Well, never join it. Join the Great Resist instead. You do not want to join the Great Reset. I promise you that, because what they're going to do with you is feed you crickets and make sure you never eat meat again. Track all of your expenses. And install microchips inside of you. I'm kidding, of course, but not at all at the same time. We have kid sizes, we have tank tops, we have women's V-necks, we have mugs even, we have all sorts of stuff, from anti-WEF clothing to Great Resist to Soul Not For Sale clothing. It's all here at IamCoachColin.com. And if you're one of those people who's purchased something off of the website, thank you so much. You have no idea how much it means to us. Just thank you, thank you, thank you. Now let's get into this clip. Episode 2001. We're sitting at a timestamp of 1 hour, 11 seconds, or no, 1 hour, 11 minutes, 41 seconds. Let's play this clip.
With everything that you're saying, and it's not even an issue of not knowing or not understanding or not seeing the bigger picture.
Got to get you on Adderall and Ozempic.
Nice.
Let's go.
I just got on Ozempic.
Did you?
Oh yeah. Want to hear something funny? I got approached by Ozempic early on before they had the fucking song.
Oh boy.
And
what's the song? I didn't even know they have a song.
Oh, Ozempic. It's based on that old song, yeah.
Oh, it's Magic, that song? Yeah.
And so they approached me and they wanted me to be their spokesperson for Ozempic.
Yeah.
And, we took a meeting and everything. And, I mean, I appreciated the fact that they actually approached a diabetic to be the spokesperson.
Diabetes medicine.
Yeah, I'm going to be the new Wilford Brimley, And so the deal didn't work out.
But you're still doing it. So you're on it.
How long have you been on it? What's funny is I wasn't on it when I took the meeting. And it wasn't, like I said, when 2020 hit and I went to go see my doctor, he goes, I'm going to put you on this thing called Ozempic. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? I'm like, I could have been getting that shit for free. But so it's once I give myself the shot once a week. Some people use it to lose weight, people that aren't necessarily really big.
Yes.
will use that to suppress their appetite and stuff like that, because it will make you a little nauseous. Like in the mornings I wake up and I'm like, oh, I got to drink like a shake or something.
So you only do it once a week. When people are on it for weight loss, do they do it like every day? Like how often do they do it?
I don't know what the cycle is for using Ozempic for weight loss, but I just know that when I first did it, I dropped 15 pounds like a week.
Wow.
Yeah. So your body will react to it immediately, but then of course you plateau and stuff like that.
They say that it limits your appetite. That's one of the big effects of it.
Yeah, because I was waking up queasy, and so you feel a little nauseous. You're not really trying to.
It's crazy because it's everywhere. Like you see all these ads for it, and even like Tony Hinchcliffe brought this up. Like CNN had a thing on it that it seems like a story, but it kind of is an ad. It's kind of an ad for Ozempic, but it seems like it's a story about Hollywood celebrities. But really, you're just jazzing up the fact that everybody's taking Ozempic. Like it seems like there's something more going on there other than just
Ozempic.
Yeah. Like you probably got paid to do that story.
Because I'm telling you, I take it every week, and that initial first hit of the weight loss, yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. At least it didn't continue for me.
How often do people take Ozempic when they're trying to lose weight, Jamie?
Yeah, it's once a week. thing.
It's still once a
but
week?
it's like also you tapering off, I think, or or maybe it gets higher. I mean, I think maybe it's actually ramping up the dosage. Like you start, well, we'll say like 0.25 units up to like 1.
But there's supposed to be a time where you're supposed to get off of it, right?
As far as like for if you're trying to cut weight with it,
I think the cut weight
I
people.
don't know.
It's supposed to.
They're pushing
it is
that.
like a cycle. Like you're supposed to do like your 12 weeks on, probably 12 weeks off.
These
or something
motherfuckers
like
are
that.
pushing that,
Right.
though.
But it does help regulate my sugar.
Yeah.
So I between the monitor, because my monitor's always checking my sugar. So, for example, right now I don't have the monitor with me. It's in the car because the honey spikes my sugar like nothing else.
Sure.
But because my voice is a little off right now, that's why I'm taking the honey.
Yeah.
See, now here's the thing. Was that an ad? What was that? They talked about that a whole lot. They mentioned it a bunch. Like, no bad press is good press, that kind of thing. Right? Like, that was kind of weird. I don't know. And right now, I'm talking about it. I've said Ozempic a bunch of times. Right? Like, is that an ad? I don't know. But let's move on to this part of it. This is actually a CNN I want to say commercial, but it's like a news story. But is it? I don't even know. Let's check it out.
New research this morning about a drug that many people take for weight loss and to treat conditions such as diabetes. This new research shows that drugs like Ozempic may also help curb drug addiction. CNN's Meg Terrell is here with the details. So Meg, what does the data show?
Yeah, this is really fascinating, and much of the data that's emerging really is in these sort of patient anecdotes and need to be confirmed in clinical trials. We spoke with one patient who's started taking Ozempic to lose weight, but then noticed an effect on her interest in vaping. Take a listen to how she describes how it made her feel.
It's like someone's just come along and switched the light on, and you can see the room for what it is, and all of these vapes and cigarettes that you've had over the years are just... they don't look attractive anymore. It's very, very strange, very strange. The weight that it takes off your mind is far greater than any pounds that can come off your body.
Now, scientists think that the effect that you see here on things like alcohol and cigarette use may be related to these sort of reward centers in the brain and how the drug is affecting those. We've seen NIH studies in mice and rats on this. There's one clinical trial going on, but this is a huge unmet need. Alcohol use disorder affects about 30 million people in the U.S., and less than 5% of people get treatment right now. The drug companies, however, who make these drugs are not currently pursuing these indications for these medicines.
Well, that's interesting. I mean, it's fascinating that it can treat the idea of addiction, what makes someone want something, perhaps no matter what that something is.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen these be tremendously successful for weight loss because of effects in the gut, but perhaps also because of what's happening in the brain. And maybe this can translate into other areas.
All right, we'll keep watching. Meg Terrell, thanks very much.
You see what I mean? Like, what was that?
Stay out of the sun, drink water.
Be quiet. You know what that's about.
New research this morning about a drug.
You see what I mean there? Like, what was that? That wasn't a news story. That wasn't newsworthy, really. What was going on there? Maybe Joe's right. And then, like I said, maybe that other thing was an ad too that Joe was doing. I have no idea. It's very, very interesting. Like a podcast, obviously it's going to come up because this guy's a diabetic, this comedian that he's talking to. The guy's on Ozempic. He's trying to lose weight. They had a long conversation about like why he doesn't lose weight and food addiction and stuff like that. So it makes sense. But with this is just straight up an ad, a news story that kind of just runs like an ad. They're talking about how it's a miracle drug. That lady talks about how like the weight it takes off your mind is far greater than, any weight that could come off your body. I don't know. They're kind of showing, even here, it's like the article here says Ozempic isn't just a wonder drug. It can also be a warning sign. That's what they're saying there. It's very, very weird. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of, if you ever seen the Truman Show. With the Truman Show, somebody would just walk into his house and be like, hey, have you ever tried the new, it'd be like pancakes or like, dish cleaner. It'd be like, this dish cleaner is just great. And he'd be like, what's going on right now? Very, very weird. Very weird. If someone walks into your house right now and mentions Ozempic, Just shut everything down. Shut it down. Hold that person down. Ask them who they're working for. Ask to look into their bank account because something weird's going on. But isn't that such an odd thing that could be going on? That the news, and again, we all know who's paying for advertisements in the news. We all know who's really lining these mainstream media outlets. We know who's lining their pockets. You know, people who sell things like this. So it's just very interesting to think. Not only do you have to be watching out for the narrative that's coming out, but you also have to be watching out for any advertisements that are being pushed on you. And you can't just sit around and be like, well, when it's a commercial, that's when I know they're trying to sell me something. Now you actually have to look at the news stories they're trying to push on you as well and be like, are they trying to sell me something through there? Your BS meter has to be off the charts nowadays. And the funny thing is, the people who still watch these mainstream media outlets, their BS meters are not that good because they're usually older people. Now, obviously, some older people, they've had so many kids and so many run-ins with, you know, kids, and their kids become adults that they've had to like train themselves to know when somebody's trying to pull the wool over their eyes. But a lot of parents, a lot of grandparents, they don't know. They don't understand that now this could be an ad. And they can be persuaded. Really interesting. Like you put this in front of somebody who is like 18 and they'll be like, oh, are they trying to sell this drug? Because it's just natural to them. They know ads are everywhere, embedded in everything that they look at. But older people don't know. And that's who their demographic is. Very, 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 I want to say interesting, but it's more alarming than interesting. And then there's a whole article here. Yeah. This is nuts. And then it's just a big, long article about how great Ozempic is. Ugh. Really, really interesting. But I found that very interesting. Give this video a like. And I will send you a 3-month free trial of Ozempic. I'm kidding. That's not how this works. Sold Not For Sale is a real. It's a real thing. Sold Not For Sale. I don't play that stuff. But like the video, it helps boost us out of the shadow realm. It exposes more people to videos like this so they can be made aware that the things that they're seeing in front of them are ads. It's not just narratives anymore. It's not just what they want you to think anymore. It's what they want you to buy. And they're not leaving that to just commercials anymore. They're putting that all throughout. They're just weaving it in everywhere. And why wouldn't they? They've never really cared about us to begin with. That's why they're willing to sell us these miracle drugs, these wonder drugs that can help us lose weight. No talk about, hey, if you just go to the gym, hey, maybe you should do 50 push-ups a day. Hey, maybe you should take a jog around the block. Hey, like none of that. Nothing about eating healthy. Nothing about how maybe you should be consuming more protein and, less carbs and, see how you feel. Nothing like that. It's just, here's the miracle drug. Not only will it help you lose weight, it'll help you get off drugs. So you're free to just be whoever you want to be. You want to get a drug addiction and get fat? No problem. We'll give you the wonder drug and you'll be fine. What are the side effects of that? Beep. That's when everything goes black, goes silent. No talk about side effects. But I bet, maybe I should even look into that. Ozempic side effects. I was about to end this video, but give me a second. All right, so I'm seeing nausea, diarrhea, the basic things. I say the basic things, but when I see vomiting as a side effect, I'm like, what? Okay, so we got the regular culprits, which is crazy to even think about. But nausea, stomach pain, constipation, vomiting. Wouldn't it be crazy to be constipated and vomiting? Right? You'll experience nausea. Here are some general tips you might find helpful. Eat bland food, low-fat food like crackers, toast, and rice. See, that's not even good. You shouldn't even be doing that. Like, not to say you should stay away from those foods, but you kind of should. I don't want to get into a whole health thing, but your body kind of does run better off of fat than it does off of carbs. We've just trained ourselves to love carbs more. It's a quicker hit. Eat foods that contain water, like soups and gelatin. Gee, this is like going right along with what the World Economic Forum wants. Like, eat the bland things. Avoid meat. Avoid exercise. Avoid wanting to have a better world in front of your eyes. Avoid fried, greasy, sweet foods. Avoid laying down after you eat. Go outside. Eat more slowly. Drink clear or cold, ice cold drinks. That's so odd. Oh, I want to see more about these side effects. I really do. Those can't be the only side effects. What are more possible? What are the... Oh, here we go. Here we go. What are the side effects of Ozempic? Here, let me make sure you guys can see that. It's not making it up here. What are some of the possible side effects from Ozempic? Inflammation of your pancreas. Jeez. Changes in vision. Whoa. See, now it gets serious. Low blood sugar. Okay. Signs of low blood sugar may be dizziness, lightheadedness, blurred vision, anxiety, irritability, mood changes, sweating, slurred speech, hunger, confusion, drowsiness, shakiness, weakness, headache, fast heartbeat, feeling jittery, kidney problems, i.e., kidney failure, serious allergic reactions, jeez, and gallbladder problems. Whoa. And then the most common ones are the ones you see there, which are just the constipation, nausea, and all that stuff. Well, there you have it. Just like I thought. But you know what the side effects are when you eat properly? When you eat like really well, like you wake up and make sure you hit your protein goals and don't worry about stuffing yourself with all sorts of carbs and processed foods. You know what the side effects of that are? More energy, feeling better, clear-headedness, no bloating, no excessive gas. You know what the side effects are for working out every day? And I'm not talking about 2 hours a day. I'm talking about like 10, 15. I've been doing 20-minute workouts 6 days a week, and it's been incredible. Like, I feel fantastic. 20 minutes. Just 20 minutes. 2 exercises. That's it. I feel amazing. You know what the side effects for that have been? More energy, increased libido, losing weight. I've lost like almost 10 pounds just in the 6 days I've been doing it. Come on, man. Muscle is building. I'm looking better in a t-shirt. Jeez. Go out there and just, make yourself into something. Don't worry about taking this stuff. Anyway, like I was saying before, boost us out of the shadow realm. Hit that like button. You get no Ozempic for liking this video. Be clear on that. But you know what you can do? You can hit the like button, and then you can do 20 push-ups, okay? There you go. You're welcome. Other than that, I'm out.